Cinema! I love cinema so much. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today, we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is Killers of the Flower Moon. Killers of the Flower Moon is directed by a kid who, honestly, I think has some talent. His name is Martin Scorsese. He's going places. He's the kid's got it. Yeah, directed by Martin Scorsese. We do even need to go through this guy's whole filmography: Taxi Driver, Goodfellas, Hugo, Kundun, The Irishman, Mean Streets, Casino, After Hours. Like, fuck, you know what? The Age of Innocence. I'll say it. The man, and many others. This is one of the greatest filmmakers, and countless amazing documentaries, especially about music. The Last Waltz. Love this guy. So Martin's, I say it like it's completely like what. I love Martin Scorsese. Who doesn't love Martin Scorsese? Yo, what's up, Jared? And so what is Killers of the Flower Moon about? Well, it's based on the book of the same name, and which is based on true events. It is set in 1920 in Osage County, Oklahoma. It centers on the Osage tribe, who their land is sort of, nobody really seems to care that much for it until they strike oil. Then a tycoon by the name of Hale, played by Robert De Niro, finds his way to it, and then recruits his not very bright nephew, Ernest Burkhart, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, to essentially, in order to get the wealth, to essentially marry an Osage woman, and then eventually they mysteriously die. Murders begin to be committed, and he finds it's seemingly the perfect mark in Molly. She's played in, I think, a Oscar-worthy breakout role by Lily Gladstone. And eventually he finds himself really loving this woman, but there's a fine line between love and crime, and very soon it becomes corrosive as the bodies start piling up and the newly formed FBI begins to investigate. Can Ernest save himself and his family, and also or will he go further into the darkness? And what's Hale's real evil scheme here? What does he really want? And why is he orchestrating all this? Let the mayhem begin. So, very bittersweet mayhem. Killers of the Flower Moon is just, I can't even begin to describe. Watching this film was almost religious for me. It's one of those movies. I fucking love this movie. I thought this was absolutely fantastic. It feels like watching a classic American epic. It just feels, but a really great epic, infused with the modern sensibility of late-stage Scorsese. I love this movie. This is a movie that is, yes, it's long. Everybody's talking about the length. Guess what? You can sit and watch it. It's long, so what? It does not waste a moment. It does not have any moment that I think should have been cut. The movie is 3 hours and 27 minutes. It needs every one of them. I'm serious. This is an epic. It's darkly funny. It's tragic. And he has so much to say about greed, racism, the mention of the Tulsa riots is mentioned, passing as sort of a parallel, and even later in the game, the modern day obsession with true crime and its corrosive nature of making a spectacle out of death. He has a lot to say, and what makes this movie so powerful is the complexity of it. DiCaprio is playing a character who, in a lot of ways, is a monster. He's a bad guy or at least a very ignorant and still kind of bad guy. But what makes this movie interesting is that he's still kind of human. Like, they make it sort of, in a lesser movie, he would just be a villain. But what he's doing is more understated. That being said, the heart of this movie, the soul of this movie, the best thing about this movie, among the many terrific things about this movie, not least of which Scorsese's amazing filmmaking and shot composition, Lily Gladstone. She is, you're hearing a lot about her performance. It is completely justified. This woman is a movie star. She is fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen, well, that's not true. She was on Reservation Dogs, but in a movie, I've never seen her get this kind of role. She makes Molly the most, you really care about this woman, and you want to see her come out of all of this okay. This is just a staggering movie. It is so, it's long, but it moves at a really terrific pace. It feels half its length. And then even as the movie goes on, in the last stages of it, you have these other, this stacked supporting cast of really surprising choices. Everything from Sturgill Simpson showing up for a little bit, fresh off of The Creator, also showing up kind of briefly in that. Another one of my favorite films of the year so far, The Creator. You got people like Brendan Fraser, John Lithgow, Jack White makes a cameo. I mean, there's all these different, people. And it's such a powerful, movies like this and movies like Oppenheimer especially make me really happy to be a film goer, knowing that Hollywood can still take risks like this and make movies like this, that are staggering, both in length, cast, and meat and grown up. A movie made by adults for adults that is a big budget film. I love this movie. I know it's co-produced by Apple. It will eventually be on Apple. See this on the big screen. See it in IMAX. I saw it in IMAX. See it on the biggest screen you can find. This is a beautiful movie and has one of the best endings I've seen all year. It'll make you really want to. It'll make you want to go to Denny's right after and talk about it. This is like my number 3 movie of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if it climbs even a little higher the more I think about it. I love this movie. I love Killers of the Flower Moon. It's not only one of the best films of the year, it's one of the best films of the decade, maybe one of the best films I've ever seen. Yeah, there I said it. Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm going to give it, you see it. I'm going to double it. Bang, bang. 5 stars plus. This is why we go to the movies. This is such an incredible achievement. Bravo, Mr. Scorsese. Bravo, Miss Gladstone. Bravo, Mr. DiCaprio. Bravo, Mr. De Niro. And the late, great Robbie Robertson, who delivers one final amazing score. I love this movie. I would not have cut a second out of it. I want to even see the director's cut, if there is one. I'm sure there is. I think it was originally going to be 4 hours. I kind of want to see the rest. I love this movie. And, Killers of the Flower Moon gets 5 stars plus. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Okay. Ferrari. A new trailer looks really good. American Fiction. This looked like a lot of fun. It's a sort of a literary satire with Jeffrey Wright. Looks really, really funny. The Holdovers talked about it. Looks good. We are seeing it on November 9th, along with The Marvels. So that'll be a nice double bill. Bob Marley, One Love, talked about it. Looks good. Argyle talked about it. Looks good. The Marvels talked about it. Looks good. Napoleon talked about it. Looks good. And Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom talked about it. Looks good. And was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right. But there is beautiful music, I have to say. But that is it. We will be back tomorrow, later afternoon, early evening, for a review of the long-awaited new documentary from Errol Morris, The Pigeon Tunnel, which is streaming on Apple. So we'll have a review of that. Tomorrow night, we will have a retro review of The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is back in theaters for its 30th anniversary in 3D. And then tomorrow, or Saturday rather, we'll have a review of the new comedy Old Dads, starring by and co-written and directed by Bill Burr. Rather, not Bill Hader, Bill Burr. Sunday, we will have late Sunday. We'll have back-to-back reviews of the animated film The Canterville Ghost and the found footage horror thriller Malibu Horror Story. Monday, we will have a review of the documentary Beyond Utopia, and Tuesday we will have a review of the comedy musical Dicks the Musical. And then next week is Five Nights at Freddy's, After Death, and Freelance. So that's coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, House of Mist. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find my reviews list and other fun stuff, you can check me out on Letterboxd.com at Raising Popcorn with Grant. Twitter, I'm at Raise Grant. You can find me on Facebook, Raising Popcorn with Grant. Instagram Threads and TikTok at Raising Popcorn with Grant. Serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raising Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have me. If you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Killers of the Flower Moon? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.